What do you genuinely not understand? How I get taller and more handsome every time my grandma sees me. Why the frock does my brain only realize I'm wrong after I've already done it? I really do not get how a needle in a record player bouncing back and forth can create such rich sound. How can we lose so much hair every day and still have hair stay a consistent length, especially people who have long hair? How people get up in the morning feeling good and refreshed. I have woken up tired since before I can remember. I don't understand if they just mentally power through the tired, or if they feel something I can't. The YouTube algorithm. The order of emails in a Gmail thread. Waking up early, 4 a.m., to go to work. Whoever invented it is an asshole. How some people seem to get through life without a job, with no responsibility, no money, and they're totally fine. Meanwhile, I'm busting my ass trying to make a living for myself and my family and struggling like hell. Why people when you're driving have the audacity to pull out in front of you and then drive slow ASF when there are literally no other cars around. Like, just wait for me to pass if you're going to go 5 to 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. Bitcoins and NFTs. Why the hiring process at most companies is so damn slow. Back in the 60s, you could walk into a business asking about a job on Friday and start work the following Monday. Now, despite having access to tons of information about a candidate on the internet, it takes 6 or more weeks in many cases. How electricity works. Amps, volts, watts, etc. Those people who do parkour on high-ass buildings. One mistake and you're dead. This is totally due to me not looking it up, but I don't know how dry cleaning works. Why it's so damn hard to be happy 95% of the time when you have a stable job, good health, family and everything. Like, I have all of the pieces but something is constantly missing. Side note, I'm fine. It's just annoying. Edit. Thank you for all of the awards and kind words. Be kind to each other. People who don't get nervous when public speaking. Stocks, investments, inflation, interest rates, etc. Or anything to do with finance. Really. That stuff is so confusing to me. My intentions when doing things. It seems that I can attribute everything I do to manipulation and attention seeking, and it's kinda unsettling. How people are capable of learning activities that require repetition to get better at, like art. I seem to never develop any muscle memory at all. And even without that issue there's still the problem of not having a structured, trivial to follow path to follow, without which I never really remember anything. Bitcoin mining. Solving algorithms? What? Who? Why? Sudden motivation at midnight. Space. It makes my brain hurt trying to figure out things like stars and black holes, etc. Quantum physics. But mostly how there could ever be a smallest thing. Like everything is made up of something else. Zooming down, how could there be something that's not made up of smaller parts? Like string theory, right? Smallest thing is supposed to be vibrating strings of energy? Like, what is that energy made of? I don't get it. Why do people who seem miserable as parents decide to have more kids? That no concept of an absolute position in space exists. Why does the word fridge have the letter D in it, while refrigerator does not? The stock market. Chemistry. I only passed because my professor curved every F to a C. How light is both a particle and a wave. People that treat everybody around them terribly then complain that nobody likes them. After waiting in a long line to check out. Why is it that people don't have their money ready? They get to the register and have to search for a credit card or look for coupons. All that time in line they could have had it organized and ready to go. How these dogs that have these dense bangs hanging over their eyes can see a single goddamn thing. Why do I trust myself to fail so much and like myself so little? Why do I hate positive attitude? Advice from people? Cryptocurrency. I've had it explained to me numerous times but it still goes right over my head. The existence of everything. Existence and self-aware. The more you think the more the concept of I is creepy. Polygamy. I have nothing against it and I admittedly haven't done that much reading on it. Just the idea of dealing with more than one person stresses me out mentally. Where we are, all of us. Right now. Like, where are we? What is this? You know? What was there before the Big Bang? How to socialize. What the frock? Why I continue to procrastinate and self-sabotage. Edit. Thanks for all the awards and comments. Just wanted to say a few things. 1. This was not supposed to be a cry for help. I am fine. Just was in a bad mood yesterday when I posted. 2. Yes, I have ADD, depression and anxiety. Anyone who suggested that maybe the cause is correct. 3. I am on meds. They help a ton. 4. If this comment rang true to anyone, I would definitely recommend seeing a mental health professional. It can make a world of difference. 5. Anyone who suggested it's because I'm lazy, not disciplined, or any other thanks him cured type nonsense. You can go frock yourself. Computers. Even though I own one, I literally don't know how to build one or fix one when needed. Cruelty toward pets. How anyone could believe flat earth theory. Littering. Frocking trash behavior. People who idolize politicians, like JFCY. Child abuse. Those realistic balls that some truck drivers have. It's so unnecessary that IDK why anyone would put that on their vehicle. I don't understand why adoption is so costly. If a child needs a home and someone is fit to raise them, why the added financial burden? Maths. All of it. Makes me super anxious and then I get upset and give up. I'm 40 this year and can still be stressed out by someone mentioning maths. I've played music for 20+ years and music theory just goes over my head. I know my major, minor scales. I know my chord structures. But putting it all together escapes me. I have people tell me my songs are cool, or that they love how the chord pattern works backwards to the root, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, I just wrote it. Shrug. How people can be so hateful and for no reason. Like, I'm literally studying psychology and it's at the point where I genuinely can't explain why some people are just nicer and more understanding of others. Everything I've learned has only made the answer harder, more complex, and ironically enough more vague. If you told me, breaking news, humanity is really split into 2 species and the deciding genetic factor is the ability to show empathy for people not like you, I'd believe it in a heartbeat. Fighting is fundamentally stupid. Intraspecies competition is universally harmful for every member of that species in the long run when resources aren't scarce yet our species loves to create its own problems. Ridiculous. People that aren't interested in the views of X group of people, but then continually go onto ads or pages to then harass those people. The popularity of the Kardashians. C++. It's very complicated, I don't get it. How people hold on to motivation while in lockdown. The human tendency to accept baseless speculation over objective analysis. My boss. Rooting for a political party like it's a sports team. They aren't your friends. Why do I exist? Am I the only one here with an actual soul? If another person with a soul reads this, will they ask if I'm made to ask this question and then they never hear about me again? Do destinies exist? Is it my destiny to ask this question? Am I really the one without the soul? How some people just don't like to try new food. My stepdad likes maybe 6 things to eat. I have about 6 things I don't like to eat. I just don't get it. Edit. I hope I didn't offend anyone. I meant only that I will never understand if someone is picky for any reason. I don't mean that I despise it. It's just, like, a really picky eater would never understand my love for food. When I cook you can see me as one of those mad scientists who screams, "It's alive." BUHAHAHAHA. People's lack of understanding of people. Like even when I don't like someone or their beliefs it's not hard to understand why they believe them even if they're wrong. So many people can't see things through other people's perspectives and I just find it weird. Not saying I'm special, in fact I'm saying the opposite. It should be common sense. How I could just kill a man. Cypress Hill. YouTube. BYGRIOATCBU. What is going on with Palestine and Israel and Syria?